So I'm just gonna get straight to the point here. We had Jelly Roll advertised for this episode of SmackDown. He was advertised for this episode simply due to the fact that he's from Tennessee, and tonight they were in Tennessee. They had a segment out there with him and Randy Orton, Logan Paul, and Drew McIntyre. And I'm just gonna get straight to the point here. There's a portion of the audience that absolutely loves what they're doing, and also there's another portion that hates it and doesn't want anything to do with it. I'm kind of the notion of the thought process that, you know, we don't really need this at this point in time. You know, the whole sort of stigma that TKO and WWE have. Like, I'm kind of the mindset of, like, I don't think we need this going forward for SummerSlam. You know, you have Randy Orton, you have Drew McIntyre in there, you even have Logan Paul, but, like, in theory, if this is what you have planned for them at SummerSlam, it's kind of, you know, mediocre for them to be involved with somebody like Jelly Roll. And, like, I don't doubt that Jelly Roll is a big time fan, and he probably wants to be involved in some, you know, shape or form at SummerSlam, which is great. I don't think anybody is really, you know, looking forward to or even genuinely excited to see something like this happen at SummerSlam. You know, a tag team match between Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul against Jelly Roll and Randy Orton. Like, simply right now, I'm just genuinely not interested. Maybe when we get the match, I'm gonna be eating my words and it'll be fine, but right now I'm just like, you know, we're trying to figure out what the point is as far as Jelly Roll here, because I genuinely could not care less whether or not we see him at SummerSlam. And overall, on the whole, I think this episode of SmackDown was easily digestible. Thank God that we don't have those 3 hours that we have to sit through nowadays going forward. We had new tag team champions in the form of the Wyatt Six. Listen, I'm cool with the Wyatt Six being champions, but there's kind of this ongoing dilemma with Triple H as far as him booking champions, and it's really going around as far as not only tag team champions but world champions, where they have this great moment where they win the titles, but then going forward after that, you can't name anything that they do. Like the Street Profits, you know, they won. I forget when they won, but as soon as they won, it felt like they already lost the titles. You know what I mean? Like, these title reigns, they need to mean something, and I think that's something that's missing as far as this whole Triple H era is concerned. We also got LA Knight once again in the main event with Solo Sikoa and his MFTs, the Bloodline 3.0, whatever you want to call it. I knew as soon as we had this segment, the opening segment with LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, and Paul Heyman all out there, I knew what the direction was going to be for the main event. I said, something's going to happen here. We're going to get a tag team match, and that's going to be the main event, and so on and so forth. That was the main event. And you know, it's such a great SmackDown when you have Solo Sikoa as the main event. Like, that's just a can't miss SmackDown. I hope you can sense the sarcasm that's in my voice there. But yeah, like I said, I fully predict that, like, tomorrow during that Seth Rollins LA Knight match, we're going to have some sort of, you know, interference by Solo and his whole entire crew. I don't know, frankly, you know, if LA Knight, what do we do with LA Knight for SummerSlam? Because I don't know if Seth Rollins is going to even be sort of still involved with LA Knight at SummerSlam. He may be involved with Roman by that time. We also got Alexa Bliss. She won a Fatal 4-Way with a representative from every tag team that was involved in the Four Corners match Sunday night. So that probably means that she and Charlotte aren't going to win on Sunday night. And we also got a Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus promo, and I was listening to this promo. I was busy doing something else, and I just listened to this promo and I thought, man, this is just so cringy as hell. I said, this is not getting over with me, with anybody in the crowd. I said this just missed the target audience that it was trying to shoot for. But again, let me know what you guys think down below as far as the whole Jelly Roll situation. Like I said before, I am just in the camp of, I don't think we need this at this point in time. Like, it's cool that he's there, you know, he's a big time fan, that's awesome, but at the same time, Jelly Roll teaming with Randy Orton against Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul at SummerSlam, and that's the best that you can do. Like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, what kind of creative team is involved backstage at this point? You know what I mean? But let me know what you guys think down below. Post your comments down below. And until next time, I will see all of you on the next one.